Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Steven, aka Storm, and we're back for some more of the Elder Scrolls Online as Reewish, the Mighty Battle Lizard. We are kicking off the Gates of Oblivion. Well, we're not really kicking it off, we're continuing the Gates of Oblivion with the new Blackwood Prologue quest that just recently released in the Crown Store. I'm going to go see if I can pick it up in the Overworld, because it is available in the Overworld now, or it's supposed to be. I'm going to go see if I can pick it up in the Overworld. If not, we're just going to grab it from the Crown Store. And I just realized my volume was on over here. There we go, that should fix the echo problem. I apologize if my breathing's still a little harsh. I am still on an inhaler for the time being. So my breath might come out as a little harsher than normal. I'm still working on that. I do apologize. It's a work in progress. So, speaking of, I almost forgot to... It's the 7th birthday of Elder Scrolls Online. Let's have a slice of cake. Yummy cake. Hold on, is this the guy?
Yes, my vision dream speaks true. You are the one my mistress seeks.
Yes, this is the guy we have to talk to. Okay.
Hear ye and be inspired. I have heard the word of the dread lady, and those words have led me to you. I bring you greetings and a message from my lovely and powerful mistress. Prepare to be enlightened.
Greetings and a message?
Well, the greeting is actually from me. My mistress isn't big on the niceties of social interaction. The message, however, is definitely meant for you. You look just like the person she showed me in my vision dream.
You had a dream vision about me?
Relax, it was a perfectly innocent vision dream. An image in my head so I'd recognize you, you understand. She ordered me to deliver a letter. The one over there on that table, actually. May the blessings of the dread lady be upon you, chosen mortal.
Alright, I'll read the letter.
My mistress's letter waits over there. I had to put it down. For some reason, carrying it all this way made my skin itch and my head tingle, and not in a good way. Only you can read it, or so the dread lady informed me.
Tell me more about the person who sent me this message.
I am too lowly to speak of my mistress in anything more than euphemisms and hushed tones. She is the darkness in the dead of night, the arcane fire burning in oblivion. I am but her humble prophet. If you want to know more, then read the letter.
You're some kind of cultist, aren't you?
I am a prophet, charged with carrying the words of the dread lady herself. Cultist, however, is an insulting term. I am a true believer, a faithful servant of, well, of an entity I'd rather not mention in a public space. Makes the locals nervous.
Makes the locals nervous. Yeah, that's the very definition of a cultist, my friend. Dread Lady's letter. Little mortal, I am Laranth, a Demora outcast who sometimes takes interest in insignificant things. Perhaps we have met, perhaps not. I find it hard to tell the difference between individuals where your mortals are concerned. Regardless, there exists a sect dedicated to achieving the agenda of the Prince of Destruction and Ambition, Merus Dagon. I have decided to look into their activities, but certain obstacles have been thrown in my path that require a mortal's touch. The magic I have infused within these words will, as you reach the end of the message, mark a location upon your map. Meet me there, little mortal. Laranth commands it. My messenger has secured a cart to take you to the destination. Not that I care, but the fate of your world may depend on what we do next. L, which is Laranth. Okay? So we're going to take the cart to the location on my map, which is in Shadowfen. Alright, we're going to find Laranth inside the Delve. So, Shrine of the Black Maw. I have not done this delve before, so let's actually finish the delve while we're in here. At least not on this character. Since the inkling of the Ebonheart Pact, the trade in enslaved Argonians has been outlawed, but it has not been eradicated. Well, did not able to finish that, but it's fine. Yeah. So this is all we're going to do tonight, just as a heads up. I'm not going to jump into anything else tonight. So we're just going to finish this, and then I'm going to call it a night and watch the new episode of Falcon and Winter Soldier, which I'm really excited to see, because it's going to be the halfway point in the series, so I'm really excited to see how that goes down. Ow! Yeah, I'm sure someone may have noticed that I was gone last week. Not that a lot of people watch this stream, or, this character. But, I was gone last week. I had bronchitis, and being why I was breathing so heavy in the last couple of streams, I kind of noticed, especially with the Flames of Ambition DLC, that I sounded really breathless during the stream. I probably still sound a little breathless right now, but I just took my inhaler, so I'm hoping it will help a little bit. But anyway, that's part of the reason why we're just going to do a shorter stream tonight, just to get the this quest done, so it's completed. So.
What interest does a Dagon cult have in this place, Flea?
I'll be right back, Lorenth. I'm gonna go finish the delve real quick, so that way it's done. Yeah, we're going to be sent to a couple delves tonight. Each time we do, I'm going to complete the delve, so that way it's finished for later on. I don't have to do it later on in a different stream. Since we're already doing this today, and this is not going to be the longest of prologue quest in the world. Lorenth, where are you? Did I mess up? Where did she go? I might have to leave and come back. Let me try going up this way and going through the little door over here and work my way around. Maybe she'll reappear by the time I come back. Feels good to be on the weekend, though. I'm really glad the work week is done. It's been really hard this week, especially since it's the first week since my bronchitis. Gargoyle, you're making me power up completely to fight you, and there's like no reason for it, but I did it anyways. Darn it, Lorenth. I'm gonna have to leave the delve and come back in. I should have just went ahead and talked to her first, and then went back and did the thing. Oh well. Hindsight's 20/20. Whoops. I would like to take a moment and thank Orison, who made the new art for the channel. You may notice that Reewish has a new character art that is now the avatar for our channel. So now he will always be our avatar, and we will, show him promptly. In fact, if you're watching on Twitch, you can see it down in the left corner. I mean, you can't see it you don't see it in the actual corner of the stream switch because the PlayStation won't let me use anything but like the preset ones for that. But in the actual Twitch itself, you'll see my icon, which is the Argonian, whom we play as. We are here because this is Reewish's story, and we are here to share the love with Reewish. But yes, a special thank you to Orison for the beautiful artwork. It was actually featured on the community stream that they did for Blackwood recently. If you were watching that, the image actually showed up a couple times on the stream because they were showing off a bunch of the like fan art and stuff of the game, and Reewish showed up a couple times on the rotation. So it feels awesome that the Battle Lizard got recognized. But it's also I know it's very good for the artist in question as well, so. There she is.
Ah, here you are, and not a moment too soon. As you can see, the same cultists from the Cauldron have come to this desolate place. Despite a minor setback due to the fragility of the mortal form, I will learn the reason for their interest.
Why have you summoned me, Loranth?
Since the events at the Cauldron, I have been chasing these Dagonists. After running into a few dead ends, I encountered an obstacle. It pains me to admit it, but this requires a mortal's touch. I need your assistance, little mortal.
What kind of aid are we talking about?
One of the Imperial caches lies beyond that doorway. Unfortunately, the entrance has been warded to prevent entry by anyone, including Daedric entities. I need you to shatter the ward and help me discover the secret behind these hidden caches.
And how do I shatter the ward?
Take this amulet. It cost me a great deal, but it should allow you to destroy the ward and open the way into the hidden annex. We must find the cache before the Dagon cultists get their hands on its contents. The fate of your world depends on it.
Alright, I'll try to shatter the ward.
The amulet should allow you to remove the ward so we may enter the concealed annex. I had it specifically constructed just for this purpose, but it will only function for a mortal. Hurry now. I haven't gone all day.
What do you hope to find in the concealed annex?
I acquired a map from the Mayrune's Dagon cultists that indicates an Imperial cache I want to reach that cache before they do, and find out what Emperor Leovic thought was important enough to hide from mortals and Daedra alike.
You mentioned the fate of the world. Care to elaborate?
Don't the actions of the Daedric princes, when turned in this direction, always concern the fate of this particular ball of mud? The Longhouse Emperors have protected a secret for 3 generations. A secret that involves Mehrunes Dagon.
And you think the secret is dangerous?
A secret guarded from mortals and Daedra alike that involves the Prince of Destruction? I do not think the threat could be any more clear if they painted us a picture. What form that threat will take, however, that is what I hope to ascertain.
Why do you care? I thought all Daedra were evil.
How remarkably narrow-minded you mortals can be. What is your definition of evil? Do I care for the lives of mortals? No. Do you care for the lives of ants that crawl beneath your feet? Our interests are aligned at this time. That should suffice.
If the ward is in place, why are you concerned about the cultists reaching the cache first?
I saw the Daganists use magic to temporarily disable the ward. Their power is limited, however, and the ward reasserted itself before I could follow them. Only power akin to the amulet can totally destroy the ward.
Where did you get the amulet you gave me?
Do you assume I am without resources? That I do not have connections in both the Mundus and throughout the plains of oblivion? I have given you the amulet, and it will do its job. Nothing else matters, little mortal.
Why don't you just use the amulet yourself? Why do you need me?
The protective ward is deadly to Daedra. As a mortal, you are perfectly immune to any such dangers. The ward simply bars your way. Besides, the amulet can only be used by a mortal. That's part of the reason it can destroy the ward.
So the ward won't hurt me?
As a mortal, you are immune to the harmful effects of the protective ward. As long as it is in place, however, it will prevent either of us from passing through the warded doorway. That is its primary function, after all.
Who's Mehrunes Dagon?
Mehrunes Dagon is one of the Daedric princes, the Lords of Oblivion. Specifically, he is the Prince of Destruction, Revolution, and Ambition. Natural disasters are his forte, though some consider him nothing more than a god of bloodshed and betrayal.
Why do the activities of a Mehrunes Dagon cult concern you?
Concern? I am not concerned. I am curious. Secrets intrigue me. If anyone should be concerned, little mortal, it is you.
Why should I be concerned?
When a cult devoted to the god of destruction performs mysterious deeds upon your doorstep, there is a good chance your home will soon be engulfed in fire, devoured by earthquakes, or submerged in a raging flood. And by your home, I mean Nirn.
Alright, so we're going to proceed forward.
The ward has fallen. Let us see what waits inside.
Imperial Cache Annex, a hidden storehouse of Imperial treasures used by the Longhouse Emperors. Many such locations were secreted away throughout the Empire, and most of them feature magical protections to safeguard their contents.
I sense more wards ahead. Deal with them. I shall wait here.
Alright, so I shall handle it. I wanted to do this on Wednesday when the prologue launched, but it was Joe's streaming day, and I just didn't have enough time to stream it before Joe's stream. And yesterday, of course, I had Dungeons and Dragons, so I couldn't do it either. So, which is why we're doing it today. Alright, we got the stuff. So far I seem to forgot to actually loot that box. Oh, that was a oversight on my part. Okay, I kind of hope we get the waking flame style. That's actually a pretty decent top right there. Hey, you can't just respawn like that. That's cheating. Loranth?
You destroyed the wards. I felt each one shattered in turn. Well done, little mortal. Now tell me, what did you find?
I found a scroll bearing this seal of Emperor Leovic, schematics for a vault, and a map of Blackwood.
Let me see them. A collection of apparently mundane items, at least on the surface. But look at this scroll. It not only bears the seal of the last Longhouse Emperor, it has been ensorcelled so that it cannot be unfurled or read. Interesting.
What do you make of the schematics?
Architectural plans from the looks of it, and not the mundane engineering so common to your world. No, these plans include powerful Daedric elements. Some sort of vault, obviously. Strengthened and enhanced by a complex arcane matrix. Intriguing.
What do you think the map signifies?
It marks a location in Grotwood, Ne Salas, another ruin, and perhaps another annex. I'll open a portal to take you there. Keep the amulet. It retains power enough to deal with a few more wards. While you search, I shall try to read the scroll.
Very well.
This portal will take you to Ne Salas. Raid the caches while I deal with the ensorcelled scroll.
Very well. We're heading to Grotwood, which is a very busy area, so don't be surprised if it takes a bit to load in. Oh, well, that was really quick, actually, for...
Trust me, Thaindil.
I'll do your quest another day. I don't really feel like doing your quest right now.
We need to cut them off before an entire army is on our doorstep.
One more step and you get an arrow in the knee. Hey, you don't look like a cultist.
Evilly, it's me.
Hey, you're that adventurer who helped me at Blackdrake Villa. How'd you know I was going to be here? Never mind that for now. I'm just glad to see you. Between the Covenant soldiers and the cultists, I could use the assistance.
What are you doing here, Evilly?
Looking for a hidden Imperial cache. Problem is, I ran into this band of wood elves under assault from Covenant soldiers and a group of insane Daedric cultists. That reminds me, what are you doing here?
Same as you, apparently. We need to get that cache. We need to get to that cache before the cultists find it.
The cultists are after the cache too? That explains a lot. Their leader is someone called Doombringer Eshel. I know, right? He's got a scholar lady who follows him around like a sad puppy.
Do you know where the cache is located?
Farther in, if I had to guess. The cult leader paid off the soldiers and they let the cultists just wander on through. If you can clear a path, I'll get these wood elves to safety and then follow after you. We can meet up when you locate the cache.
Why are you looking for the Imperial cache, Evilly?
I found a journal in Blackdrake Villa, a hidden refuge of the Longhouse Emperors. It was in some kind of code, so it took me a while to figure out what it said. Well, actually, I had someone decipher it for me.
What did the journal say?
Even deciphered, the journal didn't make much sense. Emperor Leovic wrote it. Lots of crazy talk about annexes around Tamriel where he hid caches related to something he called the Emperor's Secret. I decided to investigate, so here I am.
What can you tell me about Doombringer Esol?
Not much. I heard a few of the cultists mention his name. Said it with a mixture of awe and respect. I think they're afraid of him. I noticed that the woman scholar stayed close to the leader's side. She was explaining the history of this place.
Alright, I'm not going to ask her who she is again. We know who Evely is, so...
Once I get these wood elves out of here, I'll catch up with you.
Sorry, I'm just not very talkative, as I don't, like I said, I'm still recovering from my bronchitis, and there's really no one to talk to, so I'm not really seeing a point in being all chatty right this moment.
This whole situation, it's gone roots up faster than a Nord eats pie.
What happened to you?
We were trying to get back to the others, avoiding the soldiers as best we could. But we ran right into the cultists. They wounded me, but I played dead. Watched the scholar lady work her magic and break the ward. I headed inside and...
Take your time, then what happened?
A wood elf slipped out of the shadows. But not one of my mates. Said her name was Everly Sharp Arrow. She made sure I wasn't bleeding too badly, and went in after the cultists.
Are you going to be alright?
Don't shake any branches on my account. I just need a moment, and then I'll sneak out of this place. Can't say the same about my mates, though. But if you plan to help Everly and do something about those cultists, you better get a move on.
Okay.
Hey, over here! You need to see this!
What's up, Evely?
What took you so long? Never mind, never mind. Look down there. That's the cult leader and the scholar lady I told you about. And that must be the Imperial cache.
How did you get down here so quickly?
What can I say? I'm as fast as a leaf on the wind and silent as a shadow. I suggest we take different paths to that chamber, just in case. I'll meet you down there. Last one to put an arrow in the cultist is a sour gore apple.
The journal that led you here, did it happen to mention something about the fate of the world?
That's an odd question. I was hired to find another book at Blackdrake Villa and came across the journal. I was curious and I had some time, so I had the journal deciphered. Turned out to be a lot of ramblings. Emperor Leovic was either crazy or
Or what?
desperate. The coded message had that sort of air about it. But yes, he alluded to some end-of-the-world level stuff along with the rest of his crazy. I came here to see if there was any truth to the danger, to go along with his obvious delusions.
Alright, let's head down there.
We must recover the dangerous weapons.
Oh no you didn't, pal. I'm a machine when I do it. I'll be blasting cultists every day when I do it.
Interesting. This wall is different. Perhaps a divination will provide insight. Complex. More layers than previous walls. Wait. I sense intruders. Keep them back while I finish my work. This ward appears to require a special care. Disastrix.
Let disaster rain upon you, fool!
That already killed this guy, sorry. I might have to get up and wash my face in a moment. I'm starting to... Work really wore me out today. I have more than I realized it did. Nice shot, Evilly.
My arrows always strike true. Can you open that Imperial cache?
I'm gonna try. Oof, no, I cannot.
Let me try. Hey, that actually worked.
That was impressive, Evilly.
Daedra!
Lower your weapon, Elf. I'll confer with the other mortal after they search the cache.
What did you find? Anything interesting in there? Well, what was inside the cache? Have we finally discovered the secret of the Longhouse Emperors?
No secrets, at least none that I can tell. It's just a signet ring and a scroll written in code.
Let me take a look. Yeah, that's a code, all right. Imperial. Just like in the journal I found at Black Drake Villa. I know someone who can decipher this. He helped me with the journal. I'm sure I can get him to translate this scroll, too.
Where can we find this contact of yours?
Not far from here. Just outside Eldenroot. Just look for the camp with all the books in it. I'll meet you there.
Apparently tell me more about this contact of yours that can break Imperial codes.
Let's just say I've known him for a very long time, and I trust him with my life. Like I said, he translated the journal I found. The one written by Emperor Leovic that led me here. Tell me why we should trust that Daedra lady, though.
Because you know me, you trust me, we can depend on Loranth to a point.
Well, after everything we went through in Orsinium, I suppose that's not too much to ask. If you think the Daedra lady can help us, that's good enough for me. I'm going to keep an eye on her, though. You can't count your seeds before they sprout.
Yep, that's fair.
Now that you've satisfied the Wood Elf's curiosity, it's time to satisfy mine. Show me what the cache contained, little mortal.
I found Emperor Leovic's signet ring and a scroll written in Imperial code.
We already knew this concerned Emperor Leovic, and I cannot read those coded words. As much as this mystery intrigues me, it has also begun to bore me. If we don't solve some piece of the puzzle soon, I may just look elsewhere for entertainment.
You'd leave us to deal with this on our own, even though the fate of the world may be at stake?
The fate of your world, little mortal, not mine. Do not fear. The mortal realm has always amused me. I will aid you as I can, provided such efforts continue to benefit me as well. Alas, I cannot help decipher the Emperor's code.
Evilly knows someone in Eldenroot who can decipher the code.
So, the wood elf is useful after all. Interesting. I will open a portal to this Eldenroot to expedite your journey. When the opportunity presents itself, ask the wood elf how she was able to break that ward. I sense something powerful.
I'll ask her, were you able to open the ensorcelled scroll we found at the other annex?
Not yet, but I have my finest Banekin working on it, even as we speak.
Banekin.
Go, little mortal. Solve the mysteries before you while I ponder the various clues we've pulled together. I will find you when one of us has something new to report.
Alright, I'm gonna head through this portal,
shall take you
and I'm gonna
Eldenroot.
quickly go wash my face to try to wake up because I almost fell asleep there talking to Evely. I think I may have actually fallen asleep briefly. Okay, sorry about that. I am back and much more fresh than I was a moment ago.
Friend, meet Baragon. Baragon, this is my friend. We've got a scroll to show you.
Hello, Baragon. Let's talk to Evilly first.
Go on. Show the scroll to Baragon. You can trust him, and he's very good at deciphering coded messages.
Evely says you have something for me to look at.
Yes, it's written in code. Can you decipher it?
Let me take a look. Imperial, all right. Specifically, this is Emperor Leovic's personal code. Luckily, I know it well. Unfortunately, I don't have Leovic's signet ring. Without that, I can't decipher the code.
Here, we found this ring alongside the scroll.
You have a signet ring? Why, yes, this does appear to be Emperor Leovic's. At least it's one of them. He certainly loved his jewelry. So first that journal that Evely brought me, and now this. What have you and my sister gotten into this time?
Evilly's your sister?
My younger sister, yes. I used to regale her with stories of my adventures, back before I became a scribe in Emperor Morikar's court. I worked for both him and his son Leovic. Evely says I sling words the way she looses arrows, fast and on target.
You were an adventurer and a scribe?
Technically, I was an adventurer, then a scribe. Turned out I preferred ink and parchment to danger and daring do. Unfortunately, I think I put the wrong ideas into little Evely's head. Anyway, the scroll's over there. Deciphered and everything.
Evilly never mentioned she had a brother before.
Really? She's told me all about you. You were all over her letters from Orsinium. And when she got back, she rarely said 5 words that didn't include some anecdote of your time together. You really made an impression. Nice to finally meet you.
Good to meet you too, Baragon. The words of Emperor Leovic, written in Imperial Code in 2E577 and deciphered by Baragon in the current year. The traitor Varen marches ever closer. The rebel, the would-be usurper. I must complete this document and send it with all due haste to one of my hidden Imperial caches. The secret, started by my grandfather and passed on to me by my father, must not die with me. It is imperative that the four ambitions come to fruition, that everything is ready when the time is right. Promises were made, bargains set in blood and stone, and the Prince of Destruction does not accept failure, not in matters such as these. My steward, for real Lupus, he has raised me, served me, taught me, indulged me. Now he acts as my confessor as well, hearing every detail of the plan and the secret. He knows the locations where the four ambitions have been moved to. He knows where to find the book, and he knows everyone who has been involved in one aspect of the plan or another. He may not understand everything I told him, but he will remember. He literally knows where every part of the secret has been buried. If I cannot stop Varen the Betrayer, if I cannot restore order to my empire, then those who remain must carry on. Between your devoted waking flame and the knowledge I have passed on to Steward Lupus, you have everything you need to make our four ambitions a reality. Do not fail me. Do not fail Merus Dagon. And then there's also a deal is struck, which is, we already read this in there. No, this wasn't it. What a glorious day. As my prince commanded, I allied myself with the Reachman Doruk, also known as the Black Drake, and brokered a deal that will see the powerful barbarian crowned emperor and placed upon the ruby throne. Now begins the true work, the endless preparations, the rituals, everything that must be done to make ready for the four ambitions of Merus Dagon. We will perform our task and wait for the day when the final part of the arrangement will be carried out and Merus Dagon will claim his due. All praise the Prince of Destruction, all praise the Prince of Change. The Journal of Emperor Leovic. This is just more of what we just talked about on the other one. Evely.
Well, what do the scrolls say? Do we finally know the Emperor's secret?
Here, it talks about secrets, ambitions, and the Emperor's steward, someone named Farrell Lupus.
Farrell Lupus? He hired me to investigate Black Drake Villa. But why is the word ambitions capitalized? It must mean something special. Thanks for helping me. Here, take part of what Lupus already paid me. There's more if you come with me to Riften. The deciphered document. It mentions the person who hired me, Farrell Lupus. Could he really be Emperor Leovic's steward? I guess it's possible. Anyway, I'm supposed to bring this book I recovered to him. Well, to his contact in Riften, anyway.
Tell me more about this book you recovered.
Farrell Lupus sent me to retrieve the book from Black Drake Villa, one of the Longhouse Emperor's hidden retreats. I found it and a journal, the one that led me to Nasalis. It's a strange old tome. I can't read any of the words, if they are words.
What do you mean you can't read it?
It's written in a language I've never seen before. Looking at the pages makes my eyes hurt, and just carrying it around, it's kind of uncomfortable. Will you come with me to Riften? I want to deliver the book and be done with this business.
I'll go with you to Rift and deliver the book.
I never actually met with Farrell Lupus directly. Everything was done through an intermediary, a mage named Renna. We can find her at the Mages Guild Hall in Riften. My brother has a cart we can use to make the journey, or I can just meet you there.
What else do you know about Farrell Lupus?
Before we found the document my brother deciphered for us, I assumed he was a scholar or a book collector or something. I had no idea he was the steward of the last Longhouse Emperor. We never met, just exchanged letters until he sent me to Renna.
And what should I know about Renna?
Renna's some kind of mage. She gave me the final instructions for my mission to the villa and handed over the gold. Well, the first payment. I'm promised more when I deliver the book. Don't worry, I'll make sure you get a fair share of the reward.
Tell me more about the book you were sent to retrieve from Black Drake Villa.
Neither Farrell's letters nor my discussion with Renna provided much information. They told me where to look and gave me a map. It had a description of the book written in the corner. I've been carrying it around for a while now. It's difficult.
Difficult how?
It's hard to describe. It's like carrying a weight, but not like a heavy pack or anything. More like a burden. A constant worry that never subsides. I've also had dreams lately. Bad ones. But I don't want to talk about them. Not yet.
Why didn't you deliver the book as soon as you retrieved it?
Those feelings weren't there at the beginning. Plus, I found that journal. I took it to my brother to decipher. By then, I realized the Longhouse Emperors were hiding something. I wanted to know more. So, I went to Salis, met you, and here we are.
Did you show your brother the book? Maybe he could translate it.
Yeah, I thought of that. He took one look at the thing and handed it right back to me. Said it wasn't any language he ever saw and wanted nothing to do with it. Some brother, right?
You never told me you had a brother.
Didn't I? I guess the subject just never came up. Besides, we were pretty busy most of the time back in Orsinium. There weren't too many opportunities to tell you about my extended family.
Extended family? How many siblings do you have?
Hey, you brought it up. And I have a perfectly fine amount of brothers and sisters. About the usual for a clan of wood elves from the deep forest. There's 12 of us in the family, but I'm the youngest.
Oh gracious. She's the youngest of 12. Let's get in the cart. Oh, what a lizard's life on the road is a constant life and a struggle. As you ride from place to place, they try to kill the lizard, but the lizard kills them instead. Because you can't kill the lizard, because the lizard is mighty, and you will bow down to the lizard. Eventually. Welcome. It's been a while since we've been in the Rift, and boy did I barely do anything in this zone when I originally did it. We did the main story, and that was pretty much it. I think I was trying to rush the game so I could get to the Dark Heart of Skyrim. I kind of regret having rushed things now, but, you know, I think it's fine. We'll eventually get everything done. No harm, no foul.
Hey, friend! Over here!
Evilly. Wonder what's in that safe box.
You made it! I'm glad you're here. I wasn't looking forward to facing Renna alone. Not after what we found out.
Are you sure Rena's here?
Yeah, I spotted her in the main hall. Look, I've been thinking. Since Farrell, Lupus, and Renna weren't totally honest with me, I might as well use an intermediary of my own. Plus, something's not right about all this. Will you talk to Renna for me?
I'll go talk to Renna, but what do you mean that something's not right?
I'm not sure, but I want to keep watch. I've had the feeling that someone's been following me since I arrived in Riften. I might be acting like a cracked acorn, but better safe than sorry, right?
No, I feel you evilly.
Yes? Is there something I can help you with?
I represent Evilly Sharp Arrow. She wants to turn over the item you sent to her to recover.
Everly? She found Farrell's book? Oh, that's wonderful news. But why is Everly standing
Or
way over
Evely,
there?
sorry.
And why are you talking to me instead of her? What's this all about, stranger?
When Evely found out that you hadn't been completely honest with her, she decided to be cautious.
Not completely honest. Just what are you implying? Is Everly attempting to change the terms of our deal? Farrell offered a fair price for what he asked her to do.
We know that Farrell Lupus was Emperor Leovic Stewart.
Quiet. If certain ears heard those words, our lives wouldn't be worth a hawker's blister. I suppose it's time for Everly to meet Farrell. We have a house here in Riften, around the corner from the bank. Just knock 2 times or he won't respond.
Very well.
Magistrix Vox was finally defeated. What a shame. I heard she used to be one of Amalexia's handmaidens.
Sweet. I just may have gotten another piece of the Imperial Champion style. I'm coming. Hold on just a second.
Hurry, let's get inside.
Oh, that was the Jairus Paladin bow. I already had that one. Oh. I thought that was the Imperial style bow was the one I was looking at. No, it wasn't. Oh no, he's dead. I didn't make it in time because it took forever to get through the door. Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. Oh no. That's the Dark Brotherhood.
No! Oh, Renna. I'm so sorry.
Oh, Farrell! I told him to forget about the past, but did he listen? No!
Pharaoh's Lupus was murdered. Does this have something to do with Emperor Leovic's secret?
You know about that? Maybe? Probably. Farrell never told me a lot about his time serving the Emperor, but I knew it was on his mind recently. That's why he hired Evely. He said he wanted to make things right.
So, who do you think killed him? I found this sheet of paper on his body.
Sheet of... Oh, gods. That's a sign of the Dark Brotherhood. They assassinated my poor Farrell, and all because of something that should have stayed buried with the damn Longhouse Emperors.
Tell us what you know about the secret. Everything we found so far led us here.
Then I guess you've reached a dead end. Farrell never told me much, just that he needed the book he sent Evely to find. That he had to correct a terrible mistake. He also mentioned that Leovic told him things, but he never got into specifics.
I'm sorry, Pharaoh Lupus was killed, but what should Evely do with the book he sent her to find?
I don't care about the book. I want nothing to do with it. If the Dark Brotherhood thinks I know anything, they'll come after me. And you as well. You should forget about Farrell and Leovic and that book. Forget about them and go far, far away.
You said Leovic told Farrell things that you don't know specifics. Anything you can remember may help.
You know, things. State secrets, I suppose. Hidden dreams, wild desires. Farrell helped raise the Emperor. They were close. Or as close as the most powerful man in the world and his steward can be. Once, Farrell mentioned another secret.
Did the secret involve something called the Four Ambitions?
Ambitions? No, I don't recall any mention of that. Farrell didn't say much, just referred to something as the secret of the Longhouse Emperors. I got the feeling it had something to do with Daedra worship, and some sort of weapons. That's all I know.
Alright.
Come on, let's talk outside. I'll meet you out back under the dock.
Very well, Evely. Wow, this place was absolutely packed the other day when I was doing this quest. Now there's only 3 people doing the quest here. That's pretty interesting.
What do you think? Did the Dark Brotherhood really assassinate Farrell Lupus? Is this book he sent me to retrieve really that important? I'm not sure what we should do next, so if you have any ideas, I can't wait to hear them.
We have a strange book, a secret that may concern the fate of the world and a murdered steward.
That about sums it up. Plus the dreams I've been having. Ever since I found that book, I've been having the most strange and disturbing dreams.
What kind of dreams?
Nothing specific. I'm always someplace. A forest, a town. Then the ground starts to shake or fire erupts all around me. Once the place was flooded by a deluge of water. And there are always 4 animals watching from a nearby hill.
What kind of animals?
A huge boar, a fox, and a pair of identical rams. Weird, huh? You know, I'm attributing the dreams to the book, but it could be something I ate. My diet has been all over the place these past few weeks.
That's interesting, but it doesn't really help us at the moment.
Oh, great. The scary Daedra lady is back.
Flattery and cuteness will get you nowhere, elf. Come, little mortal. I have information.
Hold on, I gotta return the... Return the courtesy.
Say thank you, little mortal. I have read the ensorcelled scroll, and I know where we need to go next on our quest to learn Leovic's secret. Unless, that is, you and the elf discovered something in the coded documents.
The coded message led us to Leovic Stewart, but he was murdered by the Dark Brotherhood.
The assassins who follow Mephala? Or are they the ones who serve the void? No matter. My information actually concerns the secret we seek to uncover. According to the ensorcelled scroll, there is another cache annex beneath the Imperial City.
There's something beneath the Imperial City?
Yes, hidden in the Imperial sewers. I will open a portal that will get you close to the annex, but you will need to deal with the wards. For all their reverence of the Daedra, these Longhouse Emperors certainly went out of their way to keep us out.
Alright, let's go see what's waiting for us in the Imperial sewers.
Oh, not me, little mortal. I have no intention of slogging through the muck and the sludge, when you are more than capable of handling that. I shall catch up to you after you have dealt with the wards. Go on now, and take the wood elf with you.
Very well.
Another portal? Don't Daedra have flying horses or something?
Let's go, evilly.
So these are the Imperial sewers. Fancy. Go slow. Let's not alert the cultists until Look! A cache! And it's still warded!
These treasures belong to the Order of the Waking Flame.
Do they, though? Or do they belong to me and you just haven't realized it yet? There we go. Okay, we already read that.
House Emperors really did it. They made a deal with Mehrunes Dagon.
Yep.
Another sacrifice for Lord Dagon!
Evilly, could you actually, I don't know, fire your bow? Or Evilly, sorry. Maybe that's why she wasn't shooting. Again, this is something we've already looked at.
Wrote that, but it's not in code. If those counselors know the secret, their lives are in danger.
Yup, yup, yup.
Lord Dagon! The cult's trying to contact Mehrunes Dagon. Let's find that shrine.
Step through the portal and prove your worth to the Lord of Fire and Flood.
Well, we didn't make it to stop him from going into the Deadlands.
Stepping into oblivion?
Lord Dagon.
We're gonna follow him. Portal to the Deadlands. This is not Reewish's first time to the Deadlands. He's actually been to the Deadlands before.
I don't believe it. Is this really oblivion? Why do you think he named this place the Deadlands? Looks more like the really hot lands to me.
Evilly.
I gave the mortals everything they requested, and yet we come to this.
Your acolyte, the leader of our order, expected to find the four ambitious.
Try to go deep, war kissers.
The leader of the Waking Flame sent me to finish what the Blackwood started.
I have invested a significant amount of time into the four ambitions. struck remains unfulfilled.
Then command me, Lord Dagon. I shall do whatever you ask.
You want my ambitions? Then prove your worth and destroy the intruders.
Lord Dagon, Prince of Destruction, lend us your strength.
I hate wasting
Then
expensive
face me
arrows on the
directly,
likes of you.
unbelievers.
You bested my follower, mortals. So I shall permit you to leave my realm with your lives. Step through the portal and be gone.
Alright, we're getting to go back to Elden Root. I'm assuming that's our first of many encounters with Mehru's Dagon over this next year.
A portal from oblivion? And you, little mortal, emerging with hardly a scratch? Come, tell me everything. You'll never cease to intrigue me, little mortal. Is that the distinct scent of Mehru's Dagon and the Deadlands that lingers about you like a cloud of flesh flies? Never mind about that. Tell me what you learned and how you ended up in Dagon's realm.
The Waking Flame cultists were in the annex when we arrived.
Yes. The Order of the Waking Flame has been particularly persistent in trying to run down the secret for themselves. Speaking of which, did you learn any more about Leovik's secret?
I found a record of a bargain made between Durok and the Black Drake and Mehru's Dagon.
Interesting. I recall something about that. The mortal who went on to become the first of the Longhouse Emperors attempted to make deals with a number of the Daedric princes. My own lord included. Any indication about the terms of this bargain?
Some sort of weapons, the four ambitions. I found a list. People who apparently know the secret.
Well, little mortal, your course is clear. We have barely plumbed the depths of this mystery. You must find the people on this list and discover the truth of the four ambitions. Meanwhile, I have other avenues to explore.
Alright, we'll talk to Evilly, and that will complete this quest.
I'm sure that you and my sister have a really interesting story to tell. I'm just not sure I want to hear it. Secrets of the Longhouse Emperors, Daedra, strange books. I gave up the life of an adventurer to avoid those kind of complications.
I mean, that's fair, Baragon. Evilly?
That was kind of exciting. I've never been to any part of Oblivion before. A lot of it felt familiar, though, like places I've seen in my dreams lately. Anyway, thanks to everything we learned, I know exactly what needs to happen next.
What needs to happen next, Evilly? Or Evilly?
We need to find the people on that list. Warn them about the Dark Brotherhood. See what they can tell us about the ambitions. And what I should do with this book. Hey, thanks, by the way. I never got the rest of my pay, but I can spare this for now. I'll start the search in Leowick. That's where Chief Counselor Lovidicus was, last I heard. Think he's helping to govern the city or something. Once I get the lay of the land, I'll send word to you. You know, in case you still want to help and all.
Will you be alright hanging on to the strange book?
I think so. This all started when Prolouge sent me to find this book. And that put me on the trail of Emperor Leovik's secret. Now we know that the secret concerns a deal made with Mehru's Dagon and something called the Four Ambitions.
But we don't know any specifics.
Well, we know the Dark Brotherhood murdered Prolouge, who turned out to be the Emperor's steward. And we know that the Waking Flame are Dagonists seeking the ambitions. In Leovik's notes, the ambitions were described as some sort of weapons.
And Loreth believes all this all concerns the fate of our world.
Yeah, not sure how I feel about the scary Daedra lady, but her ominous warning makes my leaves shudder. If Mehru's Dagon has his sights set on Tamriel, we're in for all sorts of disasters. Whatever the Longhouse Emperor's promised, it can't be good.
Letterix notes also listed people besides Ferris Lupus who knew about the secret.
Right. I'm not an expert on Imperial politics, but I recognize Leviticus's name. He was on the Elder Council before the Empire fell. I remember listening to a herald in Eldenroot. They brought news that Leviticus was alive and serving in Leowin.
Alright, and that's it. That is the end of the prologue quest for Blackwood, everyone. And that ends this first step in the Gates of Oblivion, or second step in the Gates of Oblivion DLC. I will catch you Sunday as we continue with Somerset. I'm going to get off of here now. Thank you, and please have a great evening, everyone. Good night.